with the suede and all that. Like, you could do that. I know Vans had it for a minute. I know, well, Chuck Taylor is now owned by Nike, so you can do that with Chuck Taylor's now. So yeah, multiple companies gave you that option. Nike's been doing it the longest to my knowledge. But yeah, I always thought that was real cool. Yeah, so I was sitting in the house, early COVID. I was taking a break.
Sitting in the house and I'm in the house bored.
Sitting in the house and I'm in the house bored. Sitting in the house and I'm in the house bored. Like, yo, man. I'm designing a pair of my favorite non-basketball Nikes of all time. The Nike Huaraches. Right?
Cozy.
Extra cozy. The
cozy.
the neoprene, like upper, you know, the right overlays. No air pockets.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
it's just
straight foundation.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I've had multiple pairs before. I've ordered Nike ID pairs of Huaraches before. And whenever I get like Nike ID sneakers, I always put like whatever nickname I want at the time on the sneaker, right? I've had, once upon a time I went by Style Barker. It's crazy name, but like it worked.
It was feasible.
It was definitely feasible. Shoot, I had 1 year, what was it? Like, I think it was Eidos. I'm the second, so like first name starts with E, and I was going by Eidos at the time, so I had that on a sneaker.
Keeping that line going.
Yeah, like, you know, stuff like that. So at this time of my life, I was going to buy the Mad Dapper, which was inspired by the Mad Rapper skit, classic 90s, you know, not Yaminery and all that. And yeah, so I made the shoe.
Hear my roommate laugh as you're telling the story.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. So I make the shoe, and my now fiance, she was my girl at the time. We in the house boy and all that. We was inside the same apartment.
Shout out to your fiance.
Shout out to my fiance.
Yeah. Every time I bring her up, it's shout out to your fiance.
That's cool. That's real cool. I posted it on Twitter at the time because you can like post a design on Twitter and it was what it was. Shout out to NT. They know who it is. Tap Tap Pool. And like I thought nothing of it. Right. I was in my last semester of grad school in the middle of COVID, which was crazy. So I finished, and she asked me what size shoes I was, you know, and so I get this box in the mail at her place. So as it says here, that's why her name is on it.
I saw her name was on there earlier. I was like, yo, why is her name on
Right. So I actually designed these, but because she ordered them, it has her name on it. I'm not mad about it.
Boy.
Listen, the amount of sneakers that I've got her off of sneakers, off the app that I've won, like, it's kind of crazy. She got the Shadow 2.0s. She got the Bacon Air Max 93s. Yeah, the Air Max 3 drinks. Yeah, I got her those. I got her the white and
That's like my favorite colorway.
yeah, those were kind of crazy. She got the white and white, it was like the seafoam, no, the white and mint green Jordan 1s as well.
She pulled some great colors off you.
I got her the green on green Ivy Park Night Runners. Yeah, like, oh nah, like, you know, I you know, you just, I mean, I don't want to throw it in there. I've also got her two Telfars, and she got two more on the way. But
pass me her shoes. That's crazy.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, she got two Telfars, and she got two more on the way right now. Shout out to black-owned companies and all that. I do got the
black-owned companies that give back.
Right. Yeah, facts. I do got the Nike collab with Para right now, and that's actually a black-owned fashion label that's out of like Europe too, and all of that. I'm not going. These is the first time I've actually worn these. These are yeah.
That's the first time we're here.
Yeah, I actually just kind of. I was cool on them. I was like, yo, these are really nice, but you know, I didn't want to like. I'm not pressed. I told you about, you know, these people and like waiting until time and stuff. So when I design these, right, I usually, when I do Nike ID sneakers, I'm always putting gum bottles on it because I just think gum is like a great look.
Describe a gum bottom to me.
This is a gum bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the unedited rubber.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you know, like when you used to have like old gum back in the day, and the color looks like when it was like dry and all that.
Grip.
Yeah, this the outdoor good looking grip. Mm-hmm. But overall, my inspiration for these, actually, I'm gonna take out both pair of these drinks, because one of the great things about Nike ID is like, they allow you to put your names on them and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So like, of course, like I said, you can go ahead and put your names on them and whatnot. So if you look at the tongue, they actually say Mad Dapper under the Hirachi logo. And yeah, so I'm a late 80s baby. I'm a 90s kid, so I love the Mighty Ducks. So yeah, I decided to design the colorway off the old Mighty Ducks uniform and all that. Yo, who was thinking about this as a colorway? Because this was actually magnificent as a colorway.
You mean when they put the movie together?
Not yet. Even when they put. Well, they were. I think they decided they actually did it in NHL too. But yeah, it was just like, yo, who thinks of aubergine as a purple?
I have a color palette book.
You do have a color palette book, so
I do. I mean, you see
I've seen it.
Clothing,
I know.
Just the layout.
But I'm saying though, whoever thought about this, and even it's not this is actually, it's not really white. Mm-hmm. It looks white because you got the light shining on it, but it's not. It's like a
the colors
egg.
Are hard, but the story adds to the color.
Yeah.
If we never got the Mighty Ducks, I don't think if we ever got the Mighty Ducks as a story that's timeless, I don't think we would have cared about those colors the way that we do.
Facts. Now. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. So and even the bottom of the jeans, I was like, oh, I'm gonna put this a little bit of snow on the black.
You know what I think of? You remember those notebooks back in the day, the black notebooks with the white? That's what I always think of when I see those.
The speckles.
Those soles. Yeah.
That's real. But yeah, these is crazy sneakers, man.
Are they still allowing folks to do the ID stuff?
You could. So there's not Nike ID. They still have Nike by You. That's what it's called. Mm-hmm. If you just search Nike by You, it pops up. Mm-hmm. They got bunches of sneakers on there. A lot of the signature sneakers of basketball players be on there.
They be on there.
They be on there. They be on there for years. I got a pair of Nike LeBron 9s that I created, inspired by Cal Ripken. So it's black, orange, and gray and all of that with an icy sole on them. It's crazy. It's
stomach turn.
It just is what it is. I think right now they got Air Max 95s and 97s on there that you can go and kind of have some fun with. Quiet as kept. I mean, it's gonna cost you for the up, but it's it's one of one. But it's one of one. It's oh my god, that just happened.
It wasn't on camera.
It just happened.
The angle was good.
It just happened.
But yeah, now I got 3 documentaries to pay for this year.
I mean, even with that, it's crazy. So, like I said, I think But the funny thing is even with. Actually, I didn't even think about it until we had this moment. So you know how I just said whenever I was creating different pairs of Nike ID sneakers, I was going in and putting the nickname at the time that I had on there.
Yeah.
I think that's low key a reaction of me constantly trying to invent and reinvent myself, because when you're on certain types of medication growing up, you really don't know who you are. So it's fun. Literally speaking, I have sneakers of different points of where I was in my life that have different names on them because of that. I got for instance the Nike LeBron 9s, right? On those ones, it's the Urban Renaissance Gentleman. I was on some. If you remember, what was it? It was Cool Outrageous Lovers of Uniquely Raw Style Colors. That
I had a dance crew.
I was in my bag with that, so I was oh no, it's the Urge. I was going by the Urge, that was the name. Yeah, like so, like I got those on some shoes. When I was like heavy into Daft Punk. Like I was upset that they hadn't come out with like an album in a while before they came out with Random Access Moments and all that.
Shit, that 2007 is always a classic. That live version,
a live 2007 is still stupid,
bruh.
So my name, and it's like my Twitter name kind of like will follow each of these janks. So like the time it was like my name was Daft Punk and Fools. Mm-hmm. So I got a pair of when Jordan came out with like the Alpha, like the Jordan Alpha 1. Mm-hmm. I had those in like a white, blue, and like a light green colorway. Mm-hmm. I actually ended up balling them things, so it's funny enough. But yeah, I had those. But those pair I actually designed at 21st and Mercer in New York City at the Nike place. Yeah. Yeah, I designed those up there. You were out there. I mean, I was dating outside of the area, and I had a person I was dating at the time who was from New York.
It's relevant address.
So that's why I was.
I see.
That's why I was there.
You don't gotta speak on that.
I still don't have 21st and Mercer bespoke Nike Air Force One money, cause that situation. When people go up there and be like, "Oh yeah, I want to get that with the buttercream croc skin." All the different types of lizards and leathers and all of that stuff with the one of one, and it comes with a shoehorn. Like, there's stuff that people can do with that, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't have that money.
We don't have that money yet.
I don't have that money yet.
Yeah.
I don't have that money yet. Yeah. And when I want that money, I want my own SB Dunk. I don't want an Air Force One.
So, to put a bow on everything, you have discovered yourself through sneakers.
Yeah, like sneakers.
The one thing that you wanted growing up.
Yeah.
You were finally able to attain it later, and you know why you were chasing it.
There's few things that have stayed consistent in my life, other than my love of sneakers.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that I would like look back on it and like realize at certain points in my life how that coincided with like a mental health journey, how I had a personal relationship with wants and needs. Shout out to Maslow. Anybody knows hierarchy of needs and all that stuff. But yeah, like I thought I wanted things in life, and then you get to a certain place and be like, nah, sneakers. That ain't never changed. Like it's just, it's like, you know, like many people. I am the person that loves sneakers more than anybody else that they know. But you know, my dad gave me a great understanding. He was like, you know, it's like owning a Benz that has dirty, messed up wheels. Just don't look right. So you know,
budgeting with a Benz is crazy.
You see what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah.
So yeah, like I mean, you know, it's reflective of a bunch of things. It's like I bought sneakers and they look great. They felt uncomfortable. Not the Hirachis though. Not the Hirachis though. Never the Hirachis. Never that. They stretch.
They do. They adapt very quickly. All right. So, do you want the people to follow you?
People can follow me.
You want them to be in your
on
life?
Social media.
Which ones?
No. Watch it. Now, hear what I'm saying though. You can follow me on social media.
Yeah.
But you can't follow me.
Okay.
As in, I'm not your leader.
Oh yeah.
I'm not your leader.
I was gonna say, you gonna let them know where they can find you.
I am not a role model.
I am not a role model. I don't know.
Nah, you can find me on Twitter, on Twitter, or the Project Pat, at Mad Dapper, MADDAPR. If you didn't look at the sneakers earlier, you can find me on Instagram at esotericp_. That's EOSTERICP_.
I was just thinking, let me go Google that later.
Yeah, listen, like, you know, it's like, what?
Just to be sure.
What does that mean?
Just to be sure I got the spelling correct.
In my head, earlier today, I was like, yo, do I want to change the S to a 5? I was like, that's gonna make things even worse.
We could update things later.
It's like, no. I mean, it's fine exactly where it is. Sometimes you don't need to change how things look. You just need to change how things are.
What advice would you give someone who's struggling with ADHD?
Well, one, you're not alone, and it's okay. And also, there's gonna be people who tell you about what ADHD is that aren't qualified to tell you what ADHD is, or what your battle with ADHD is, and honestly, it's not even like about it being a battle, right? Like eventually you start to realize, shout out to a show that just ended that we all kind of loved, but like it's like an insecurity. People just don't up and get rid of insecurities. They learn that it exists, it impacts things, and they have to just live with the choices about what they do with it as they come up. Same thing with ADHD. I'm not going to get rid of it. It's going to be part of my life until I no longer have life. But I'm not going to let it dictate my life. So you just learn how you have to deal with it. And whatever that looks like for you, looks like for you. And sometimes it'll look like that for a season. And sometimes it'll change. But, the first thing is focus on recognizing that you got to focus on something. After that, everything comes easier.
That's real. That's real. All right, well, this has been another episode of Mental Health Monday. We're probably going to call this series Kick It With Me, or If You Kick It. Because, that's nice. Or You Can Kick It.
You can kick it.
So, all right. See you guys on another episode. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming. Peace.
Be easy.